The structure of the Nanjing Ming City Wall can be divided into three parts: the wall foundation, the wall body, and the battlements. The wall foundation is the base. The Nanjing Ming City Wall first used granite or limestone as the material for the wall foundation, which ensured the stability and solidity of the wall without worrying about collapse. On top of the foundation, uniform and massive bricks are laid from the inner and outer walls to the top of the city wall. Between the inner and outer walls of the city wall, broken bricks, gravel, and yellow soil are often used for compaction and reinforcement. Its tapered trapezoidal structure can fully bear the huge weight of the city wall, while also providing significant protection for the wall, ensuring that the internal wall is not eroded by rainwater and making it difficult for enemies to climb during attacks. The top of the city wall is paved with bricks and built into battlements, also known as crenelles, which are a continuous concave convex-toothed low wall built on the outer side of the top of the city wall. During war times, battlements were used to cover soldiers defending the city. Some battlements have lookout holes on the upper part to detect incoming enemies, and ventilation holes on the lower part to protect the wall. As defensive buildings of cities, fortresses, and castles, city walls mainly consist of city gates, city platforms, city towers, corner platforms, corner towers, horse faces, and urn cities, and most city walls also have moats surrounding them. The Xi'an City Wall is a typical ancient castle architecture. Each city gate has 3 gates and 3 floors. The first floor is the gatehouse and gate. The second floor is the Arrow Tower and Urn City Gate, the so-called Urn City, which is a heavy door built outside of the city gate to form another defense line beyond the inner door. When the Urn City is open, it lures enemies into a trap, surrounded by attacks from all sides and thus annihilated. The third floor is the city tower and gate. A horse road is built on the inner side of the city wall for vehicles and horses to climb the city. And an enemy platform, commonly known as a horse face, is built outside as a defensive work, forming a complete city defense system. The double-layer hollow enemy platform of the Lianhai City Wall was created during the resistance against Japanese invaders in Taizhou by the famous general Qi Ji Guang. The bottom of the enemy platform is hollow and can be used to station troops and reserve weapons and equipment. The battlements around the wall are convenient for soldiers to observe and attack the defense. This initiative opened the way for the large-scale construction of enemy platforms on the northern Ming Great Wall. The flood prevention and anti-flooding measures of the Shouxian City Wall are well reflected in its construction design. A 3-meter-high and 8-meter-high wide stone embankment was added at the foot of the city wall during its construction. This embankment added a solid line of defense to the entire city wall and resisted the impact of floods on the foundation of the wall. A crescent dam was also built that could open or close sluice gates at any time to control the water flow. These measures not only avoided water accumulation inside the city, but also eliminated the hidden danger of water pouring into the city. The existing Nanjing City Wall has 13 city gates and 2 water gates. In the Ming Dynasty, there are also 13,616 crenelles and 200 nestling holes on the city wall. Jubaomen is the strongest among these city gates, and the lower part of the city tower is basically intact, with a special facility called Hidden Soldier Hole. The so-called Hidden Soldier Hole is a closed brick door on the inside end, which can be used by soldiers to rest and store military materials during wartime. Jubaomen has a total of 27 hidden soldier holes on the southernmost city wall, including 13 on the second floor and 7 on each side of the lower part of the wall. It is said that each hole can accommodate more than 100 soldiers, with a total of more than 3,000 soldiers. This facility is extremely rare in other major cities in ancient China. The Ming City Wall of 14 cities adapted to local conditions and circumstances. Once again highlights the wisdom of our ancestors, significantly increasing the defense capabilities of Ming Dynasty city walls, better protecting the safety of cities at that time, and making the Ming and Qing Dynasty city walls stand proudly for hundreds of years without collapsing, shining brightly in the world.
通过这个古城墙的保护呢，宣传能够提高人们的这个保护意识，能够认识到这片城墙所承载的整体的历史文化价值。
As a silent witness to history, the city wall contains and carries various things that have accumulated into cultural layers. It is a symbol of the colorful ancient culture and has vigorous vitality. Its architectural structure changes with the times and adapts to the changing urban environment, carrying special military and aesthetic cultural values. In the profound connotation of Chinese traditional culture, the city wall has contained and borne various things, which have accumulated into cultural layers and become a treasure of the Chinese nation. Even after the physical city wall disappears, the city wall culture still shoulders the value of interpreting urban history, and it will be forever passed down in Chinese historical books.